Hey guys, so I thought I needed to do a disclaimer at the start of this video. So, first of all, hey guys, it's Hannah. This event was my first ever international event. It happened in early June, so it's taken me a while to, I guess, get the strength to edit and upload this, as well as waiting for the footage from my third of my cross-country round. This is what's happening. She's just looking at me like some creep. You're cute, but it's a little bit creepy. This event did not go to plan, as I said in the title. I also didn't really film a whole lot, like general vlogging like I normally do, like talking to the camera and getting him ready, because I felt like I was already so run off my feet for some reason. I had my friend come along with me, Maddie Phelps, so you can find her on Instagram, Maddie Phelps _equestrian, I believe that's her username, and she came and helped me, which I was really thankful for, because if she wasn't there, I would have probably been running around frantically. It was good to have a helping hand. So I ended up going on Wednesday at 1 AM. We didn't take the float. I went on a truck with another SA competitor, and she rides Wendy Schaefer's horses. Wendy Schaefer is an Olympic equestrian, and she won a gold medal, I think in 96. Sorry if that isn't right, I think it was 96. And I went with her groom, or her horse rider, because she is currently mainly based in England. So I went in her truck with Maddie, and Jerry went in the truck as well. So we ended up getting to Melbourne at around midday, I think it was. We did actually take them off halfway through the trip, so we didn't just go the whole way there without letting him put his head down and relax and eat some grass. So when we got there, we took him to have some grass around the area and got him used to the place, put him in a stable, let him chill out, and then I rode him later that day. I have posted the ride here, and then the next day was trot up, and we passed obviously, and he was really good, really excited surprisingly as soon as he got to that like strip, which is really weird because he's not usually like a hard horse to handle, but he was really quite excited, so I did not expect that at all. And then I rode him later on that day, and then the next day was my dressage. He didn't go as nicely in dressage as I would have hoped. He was actually much better earlier on in the day when I rode him, but I thought he was okay. However, the score was really quite bad. We were like 10 from the bottom or something out of like 90 horses, and usually we're quite high up, and it was the worst percentage I've ever got in 5 years of owning Jerry. So I was pretty disheartened, considering, of course, you'll see in the test we did make some mistakes, but I don't believe the score reflected what he actually did. And I was, just very disappointed, because I've worked with this horse for almost 6 years this year, and I just don't know what else I can possibly do with his dressage, because I've focused on his dressage for the majority of those years. And so I was just really disheartened with that, as I think anyone would be in that circumstance. So I think it's okay for me to feel that way. Next day was just like a chill out day. I didn't have anything on. I think I just took him for like a stretchy ride and did a little bit of shopping maybe. Can't remember. It was like, just a chill out day, and just like looking after him in the stable, taking him out for lots of walks and stuff, because, you know, he was doing cross country the next morning. So we were the first up on cross country. He was actually feeling really good in the warm up. I did all the warm up fences, did a lot of angling of the narrow ones and all that. And yeah, he was pretty excited and like rideable and stuff. And despite being super nervous when I was tacking up, I actually got out there and I felt quite clear-headed, which was really good for me, because usually I just kind of freak out and continue freaking out until I'm 3 jumps on course, basically. But I felt like super clear-headed, a lot better than a lot of the events I've done this year, so that was good considering this is such a big event. It's the biggest one in Australia. The third fence nicely got a rhythm. Fourth, he did really well as well, considering some people also had some problems there because it was going into darkness and it was the first combination and it was so early on in the course. And then the fifth fence was going towards the water, and then it was the water jump. And Jerry was like, whoa, that's a lot more than I normally do. And the thing is, it's fair enough for him because he's never seen anything like that before. He was jumping into quite deep looking water. He's never had any issues with the water before, so that just shows he was very wary of this particular fence. It was going towards a crowd of people, and there were crowds all around, and a commentator commentating the whole thing. He was also on a bent line. I shouldn't have ridden him so far forward because I know he goes a lot better if you get him into a really deep spot going into water. So that's what my trainer did, and that's what I should have done with Jerry. So I got there and I did give him some encouragement, but he was just like, that's really scary to me. And the thing is also in SA we just don't have any fences like that at all going into water like that. And so on the second attempt he jumped in really nicely. I let him have a long look at it, and then I backed him up when he did have that refusal, and then I just circled like a tight circle and he just went like, sure thing. And then the sea element, he did really nicely. And then the next was something I was really worried for. It was like a big ditch and brush, and Jerry has a lot of ditch issues, or he has in the past. Obviously he has pretty much got on over them now because he was really good to this one. And I gave him a really long distance and he kind of went like, whoa, that's bigger than normal, but he did it really nicely. Just a little bit like, whoa. And then the next one was another combination, and he did the first element really nicely, and then I didn't get my shoulders up fast enough, like my trainer said. My trainer told me from looking at the video. And then I can't remember how many strides it was. I think it was 3. And the thing is, 3 strides, it's too tight a distance to vary at all. So it just had to be 3 forward strides. And unfortunately, I just didn't get my shoulders up enough, and Jerry kind of just, he has a left drift with his left shoulder, so he kind of went, and all the warm-up horses and everyone was there, and he was just kind of like, Holmes, that way. And he just didn't even see the second element, especially because it was literally like that narrow at the front. Like it was so narrow, and then it went like out wider, and I think he just didn't even think it was a fence until the last second because it felt like that on him. And from the video it looked like he was literally just like, okay, we're going this, oh, what, this, what? Like he was just super confused. And then I did the option, and then the next fence, funnily enough, I only thought about this last night. I actually said to Maddie when I was walking the course, this was the first fence that I was kind of like, whoa, I don't like the look of it, because it was going down a drop. It was just like a very flippable looking fence. It looks like it's very easy to just like hit if you're going too fast, and then just the horse just to flip over. So it was the first one I was kind of like, ugh. And at that point in the course, Jerry had just completely lost his confidence. I had lost it a bit as well, obviously, and I just didn't want to ride him too far forward when it could get dangerous and he might get a shitty distance and kind of second guess himself, or he might kind of go, oh, she's making me do it, so I have to, and then he, you know, rotates. So I didn't ride it very forward. I have been told I definitely should have. What can you do? You know your horse best, and you know the history of the horse. So that's, yeah, that's what happened in Melbourne. And then the next day I had to stick around for show jumping because the people I was going home with had completed cross country, so they were in for show jumping. So it was nice to cheer everyone else on, but I just wish I was also competing. And I am so sorry to those people that wanted to meet me on cross country day. I kind of just like went into my caravan and was just like, today was not a good day, and I literally slept for so long. I was exhausted. And I think I met a few of you guys, and I met a few of you guys on Monday, so that was really nice to meet you guys. Gave Jerry lots of Joe Max horse snacks because I met the daughter of the owner of the horse treat company, and so it was like super cute. He got all his treats even though he didn't really deserve them, because you could have jumped into that water if you wanted to, mate. But yeah, I know Jerry. I know he wasn't being naughty. He's a very, very honest horse. He has never refused any narrows or skinnies ever before. I'm trying to think of some and I can't remember. Even on the lunge he'll jump like logs this wide. He's so good with narrows and skinnies, so I think he just didn't even see it. Another SA competitor made the comment that it was like so rude of him to do that, but I know my horse best and I don't think he meant to do that at that time. But yeah, the plan in the future is to go back there for Friends of Werribee later on this year, next month I think, and I'm going to just go around again and do some of the same jumps and hopefully get his confidence back.
Also it's called
Wherever love goes, there is also misery. It's no mystery. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy when we're in too deep.
We have arrived. We are in the first stable block. Literally the first stable, pretty much.
All the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain.
But home is that way.
With the memories like a symphony, and you and I, we got history, yeah. And when you're alone, do you say my name or you say her name? Yeah.
Spicy.
Number 39, Anna Hardy with City of the Roses.
Truck, you little fat ass. Hello, Jerry. What was that? Oh my goodness. No. Naughty. You're very pretty, aren't you? Hey? Hello, pretty boy. Oh, it's so cute when they lie down. Hey, Jerry, are you tired? Why are you looking at me like that? Are you sick of hay? I'm tired of your hay.
no bucks.
Yeah.
Wow, Jerry.
sweetheart. Look at these little bug eyes. What are they around for? This is very classical. It's probably very copyright as well.
Like Ed Sheeran, Icy Fire, and today they're playing Mozart. Like, where is the comparison in that?
There's no chill. There's so many people watching today compared to
I know,
yesterday.
it's like what, like 10 o'clock?
Pity there wasn't that many watching before, so they could see that my test wasn't actually that bad.
This is nice. After this round.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I probably
You
have
already
another
had
one.
one.
I feel like another one though. I'm so tired at the moment. This is walking the cross country round 3, and
really
hopefully I feel better about this time. And then he's gonna make me want to do. Yeah, yeah, exactly. This is very cute. Wraps by torchlight. You look very happy, Jerry. In a very Jerry way.
It's a bit funny. I don't know why. Does he not eat all his hay?
Isabel Horton, 34.7 penalties after dressage on her 8-year-old.
stop at the in element of the water, that's the B element, with the brush. It's held it there, giving it a bit of a look at the water so it knows what's there. It's a very imposing water fence this. As they turn to it, there's a fair bit of water to jump into, and it's fairly early in the course to have a water jump, but she's in now safely the second attempt and safely negotiated the C element.
Rider into his stable with the winning sash and winning ribbon for the 1-star class with 90 horses in it, and he just like wanders into the stable while on his phone, just like business mode, and I'm like okay, just another day in the life of a pro. I'm just walking Jerry before he has to have his long trip home. He got some hives, as you would have seen, as a reaction from something. So we gave him an antihistamine and stuff. He's gonna be fine. Just giving him nice stretchy legs. You do not look very impressed.
As you can see, nothing really went that well for me, unfortunately, at my first international event, but it was new to both of us. We also both were not very used to this kind of format and how that kind of course rides. Like the commentator said, it's very early to have a water jump. Everything was kind of just like, okay, 3 jumps to get into the rhythm and then like bang, 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 bang. It's just very different to what we normally have an essay where it's just like, go jump this like log that no one's touched. It's just very different to essay because we just don't have the money over here to have courses that imitate international courses, unfortunately. And I'm trying to do my part by kind of sponsoring some classes with HLH stuff and help with prizes and things, but also we have very few events now, so unless you go interstate to all the big events, it's very hard to train for Melbourne or a event like Melbourne. Next month I plan on going to Friends of Werribee, which is the same place. It's probably kind of the same course. It has some of the fences from Melbourne in the course, but not all of them, so it'll be good to go back there and do it again and get him a lot more used to that course and that place. So that'll be really good. And then later on in the year I just have some of the essay events. Then I hope to do another international in December at Wallaby Hill in New South Wales. So that's what I plan on doing to get back on track. Also, the other thing I found was an issue for me was leading up to the event, I was kind of babying him a little bit. Like, I used to really push and then I would find a problem and then he would get this problem a few days out from an event. Like I would find a problem that he had with ditches or something like that, or that he was just not getting his distances very right. Like this was way early on when I was doing like prelim and stuff, and he would have refusals and stuff, and then he would get to the place and he would still be set on like, I'm not very confident right now. And so I was so aware of that leading up to Werribee that I kind of babied him a bit and I didn't really push him and see if he would do all the kind of things that you might see over there. I did do 1 2-star water fence at Ranella, put it here, in the weeks leading up to Werribee, but yeah, I didn't really push him enough. I didn't finish Narracourt because he wasn't feeling right, and then I didn't go to any other events. I did some show jumping with him maybe, but yeah, I should have just really been pushing him slightly more a few weeks out from Werribee instead of going, oh, okay, everything's fine, he hasn't refused in 2 years, just like don't push it anymore, and give him all the confidence he can possibly have. Whereas I should have really pushed him more and maybe found more of an issue with some things and then worked through it, so I was in more of a kind of defensive state with my writing rather than just trusting him so much and being so confident in him when he needed me to be more assertive per se. That might sound really bad to some people, but it's the way you have to train horses, or at least eventers. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry about all this talking. I felt like it needed a lot of explanation, and also I feel like I'm constantly walking on eggshells around the YouTube horse community because it's just so hard to not offend people. People either think you're too soft or they'll think you're too hard often, and I find like it kind of affects my writing in a lot of ways, and so I like to try and explain it before people say those things, so I don't second guess myself when people say you're doing the wrong thing. And I kind of want to do a video talking about that sort of thing, but let me know if you want to see that or not, because I don't know if that's something you might be interested in. It would mainly probably just be a rant, but I feel like it's something I wouldn't mind saying. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed once again, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye from the kitten who stinks. You stink.